Hey guys, welcome to our brand new video. In today's video, we are going to talk about Kalki 2898 AD. The movie starts several thousand years ago, precisely during the time of the Mahabharata War. We see that the Pandavas' army has defeated the Kauravas' army. Except for Ashwatthama, everyone else is killed. Here, Ashwatthama is played by Amitabh Bachchan. During the war, Ashwatthama sees that the Pandavas have not only killed all his friends, the Kauravas, but also his father, Dronacharya. Seeing this, Ashwatthama becomes very angry and summons the Brahmastra. At that time, Abhimanyu's wife is pregnant. Ashwatthama directly attacks her with the Brahmastra. As a result, the unborn child in Abhimanyu's wife's womb is killed by the Brahmastra's attack. Lord Krishna sees this and becomes very angry. First, he severely beats Ashwatthama. Then he curses Ashwatthama that he will have to live. Even if he wishes to die, he will remain alive. His breath will continue until the end of Kali Yuga. After receiving the curse, Ashwatthama realizes his grave mistake. He tells Lord Krishna that he has understood his mistake and wants to repent. Hearing this, Lord Krishna gives him a chance to repent. Lord Krishna tells Ashwatthama that the coming age is Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, there will be a powerful demon named Kali who will destroy the world. To kill him, Lord Krishna will be reborn as Kalki. However, Kali will try to prevent the mother destined to give birth to Kalki. So Ashwatthama will have to help ensure that Kalki is born. After this, 6,000 years pass. After 6,000 years, the story comes to the present. As the story comes to the present time, we see that with the end of the Mahabharata War, Kali Yuga had begun. In Kali Yuga, people evolved significantly, developed greatly, and created very advanced technology. They also created powerful and advanced weapons for their protection. However, because people in Kali Yuga are filled with anger and hatred, they started fighting among themselves. As a result, wars broke out among them. In these wars, they not only killed each other, but also destroyed the entire world. In the present time, we see that the whole world is destroyed. There is only one city left in the world that is livable, called Kashi, which is in India. It is also known that Kashi is the first city in the world, meaning when human civilization began, Kashi was the first city established. Except for Kashi, there is no other city in the world that is livable because everything else is destroyed. However, there is another livable city called Shambhala. In the movie, very few people know where Shambhala is, especially only those who live in Shambhala. In reality, there is no city named Shambhala, but according to Buddhist beliefs, Shambhala is a city believed to exist in the Himalayas. In actuality, no one knows about it, and similarly in the movie, Shambhala is shown in the same way because no one knows about the city of Shambhala in the movie either. And it's a hidden city whose location very few people know. In Kashi City, we see many people, some are rich and the rest are poor. Because of this, the lives of the poor are very difficult. In the middle area of Kashi City, there is a large complex. The complex has clean food, clean water, fresh air, good clothes, nice houses, trees, clean rivers, and clean forests. All the rich people live inside this complex. The person who manages this complex is called Supreme or Yaskin. Supreme or Yaskin has his own army, whose soldiers do everything he commands. There is also a commander to manage the army, who gives orders to the soldiers. We also learn that there is no currency, like dollars or rupees, in the entire complex city. Instead, what circulates here is called units, which are equivalent to money. Any rich person who wants to enter the complex needs to pay 1,000,000 units. 1,000,000 units means 10 lakh units, and poor people don't have that many units. Therefore, they are unable to enter the complex. The main hero of our movie is Rebel Star Prabhas, whose character in this movie is named Bhairava. As Bhairava enters, we learn that he lives in Kashi City. Bhairava has no family, no mother, father, or siblings, so he lives alone. Bhairava is a very good fighter and knows many ways to fight. Typically, heroes in South Indian films are experts in fighting, so Bhairava, played by Prabhas, is also very powerful. Bhairava is also a good person, but he dreams of entering the complex someday. Because entering the complex requires units, Bhairava hasn't been able to enter as he doesn't have enough units. He lives by borrowing units from others and hasn't been able to repay anyone on time. One day, a spy from Shambhala sneaks into Kashi and several goons are trying to catch him. People from Shambhala or spies from there are captured and given a huge bounty by the complex commander. When Bhairav sees the spy, he fights the goons, beats them, and captures the Shambhala spy. After capturing him, Bhairava realizes that the Shambhala spy is just an ordinary man who wanted to enter the complex. He doesn't listen to the spy and locks him up in his house, planning to turn him in for a reward later. He hopes to collect enough units and enter the complex when he has 1 million units. Later, we see Disha Patani, whose character is named Roxy, and she is Bhairava's girlfriend in the movie. When Roxy meets Bhairava, we learn that Bhairava has borrowed many units from her as well. Roxy tells Bhairav that she has got a job in the complex starting tomorrow. Bhairava asks Roxy to take him along just for 1 day because he dreams of entering the complex. He wants to see the beauty of the complex with its clean water, abundant food, rivers, forests, and many beautiful things. Bhairava becomes excited and starts enjoying everything with Roxy. However, he gets caught by the soldiers after some time. After this, Bhairava decides to shift to the complex as soon as possible. We directly see a large lab in the complex. In the lab, many girls and scientists are researching. We find out that Supreme or Yaskin is actually Kali. Kali, or Supreme Yaskin, is in very bad condition with a frail and weak body, and he lacks powers. By the way, Kali or Supreme Yaskin is played by actor Kamal Hassan. To avoid confusion, we will call him Kali instead of Supreme or Yaskin. We see that Kali is in a very bad state and wants his powers back to heal himself. He wants to become powerful, or rather, he wants to make himself powerful. We also learn that Kali actually hates humans because he believes that humans are destroying nature. In the 6,000 years of the Kali Yuga, humans have ruined the entire world. Therefore, he believes that human beings do not deserve to live and wants to eliminate all humans. But before doing that, he wants to become powerful himself. To heal and become extremely powerful, Kali needs a serum that can only be extracted from the womb of a pregnant woman, specifically from a woman carrying a child. He has set up a very large lab. In that lab, he has all the top scientists working for him. Kali, with the help of his soldiers, captures many girls and imprisons them in his lab. Then, Kali performs seeding on all those girls, which is basically a scientific experiment to make them pregnant. But he doesn't impregnate them normally. Instead, he uses a special method for seeding and mixes something special in the seeding process. As a result, the girls start getting pregnant. However, we also see that not all the girls who undergo seeding become pregnant. Therefore, those who do get pregnant are kept separately. They are kept in a place where they are provided with excellent living conditions and food. However, they who do not become pregnant after seeding are turned into slaves inside the lab. These slave girls then serve the pregnant ones and help them with whatever they want. We also learn that the serum Kali needs can only be extracted from the womb of a girl who has been pregnant for more than 121 days, which means at least 4 months. But we see that, due to Kali's seeding, all the girls in the lab who become pregnant do not survive beyond 90 or 91 days. They start dying within 3 months. Yet, despite this, Kali continues to carry out seeding on the girls, so that one day he finds a girl who is pregnant for more than 121 days. They will get the serum. The day this happens, after all this, we see Deepika Padukone, one of the captured girls in the lab. But yes, we see that Deepika Padukone is not pregnant. She is one of those girls who did not become pregnant even after seeding. Therefore, she works as a slave and helps those who are pregnant. We also learn that when Deepika Padukone was very young, her parents brought her here. Her name here is Sam 80, that is S-U-M Sum and 80. However, after a few days, we see that Deepika Padukone, aka Sam 80, is actually pregnant. She has been pregnant for a total of 5 months, that is more than 150 days. This was indeed a very significant thing. But Deepika had kept this a secret from everyone and did not let anyone know that she had been pregnant for so long. After hiding it for a long time, a soldier finally notices Deepika's condition. The soldier immediately informs the complexion, leading to her being taken. They place her body into a large machine. They attempt to extract the serum from her womb. When the extraction starts, as soon as a single drop is extracted, the machine stops. With the extraction of that single drop, the power supply cuts off. The lights start flickering and everything around begins to shake. At the same time, a bit further away, there is a temple. Inside the temple, Ashwatthama, who's been meditating for a long time, suddenly opens his eyes. He senses that the avatar of Kali is about to be born. The gods signal him to ensure nothing hinders their birth. Ashwatthama leaves the temple and starts searching for the woman destined to give birth to the avatar of Kali. It is revealed that this woman is none other than Deepika Padukone, also known as Sum-80. We then see that Deepika's friend, who is also a slave, enters the machine and helps her escape. Her friend reveals that they are from Shambhala and have been gathering information for the past 2 years. She explains they need to report to the city of Shambhala about everything that's happening. They reach a hidden gate where her friend explains that they must leave through it. Deepika's friend stays behind to block the soldiers and ensure Deepika's escape. Deepika exits the lab and finds 3 Shambhala agents waiting with a large vehicle. The agents quickly help her into the vehicle and drive away, aiming to reach Shambhala quickly. Meanwhile, the complexion realizes that Deepika has escaped and deploys soldiers to capture her. They announce a reward of 5 million units for capturing Sum-80. Bhairava notices this and decides to capture Sum-80 for the reward. The 3 agents transporting Deepika are identified as Viran and Kyra. They have another companion with them. Kyra asks Deepika her name, and she replies that it is Sum-80. Kyra suggests that she should change her name to Sumati instead. Deepika agrees and adopts the name Sumati. Soon after, the complexion locates them and launches an attack. They try to take Sumati away, but Ashwatthama, played by Amitabh Bachchan, arrives and defeats the soldiers. He defeats everyone and rescues Sumati. He tells Sumati that he will protect her from now on, as she is about to give birth to a deity. However, shortly after, Bhairava arrives, having found Sumati. Bhairava tries to take Sumati away, leading to a fight between Bhairava and Ashwatthama. In the fight, Ashwatthama defeats Bhairava, who is badly beaten. They then take Sumati directly to Shambhala. Meanwhile, as soon as the commander learns that the soldiers found Sumati, he arrives with more soldiers at the site of Bhairava and Ashwatthama's fight. On arrival, he sees the bodies of all his soldiers and Bhairava, who lost the fight against Ashwatthama. The commander orders the arrest of Bhairava. When arrested, Bhairava tells the commander that he overheard them saying they were going to Shambhala. No one knows where Shambhala is, but Bhairava claims he is the only one who can reach it. The commander agrees and gives Bhairava a chance, promising him entry to the complexion if he brings Sumati back. Bhairava returns home and releases the Shambhala spy he had captured a long time ago. However, after releasing the spy, Bhairava traps him, saying there's no point in capturing anyone since he won't be allowed into the complexion. Bhairava tells the spy that he should go to Shambhala and join them for a righteous cause. Hearing this, Bhairava agrees because it is part of his plan and goes to Shambhala with the spy. Upon entering Shambhala, Bhairava knocks the spy unconscious. He then deceives the spy and directly approaches Sumati, disguising himself as Ashwatthama. As Ashwatthama, he tries to take Sumati with him. As soon as they come outside, Ashwatthama intercepts him, leading to another fight. This time, Bhairava, having prepared, gives Ashwatthama a tough fight. During their fight, the complexion arrives at Shambhala and attacks, breaking in. Shambhala's soldiers gather and engage in a large war with the complexion. In the war, the commander and his soldiers brutally kill many Shambhala soldiers. We learn that the weapon Ashwatthama wields is actually Karna's weapon. During the fight, the weapon falls into Bhairava's hands, enhancing his powers. We see a flashback revealing that Bhairava is actually Arjuna from the Mahabharata. Bhairava's Arjuna powers awaken and he becomes Arjuna for a while. He fights and kills all the soldiers and the commander, rescuing Sumati. As soon as he drops the weapon, he reverts to being Bhairava. Bhairava takes Sumati, puts her in his vehicle, and quickly escapes from Shambhala. Ashwatthama tries to stop him but fails, and Bhairava leaves with Sumati. We are shown the complexion where we see Kali. During Sumati's extraction, 1 drop of serum was taken before the machine stopped. We see this drop of serum given to Kali, who injects it into his body. Kali's weak and frail body becomes powerful and muscular, making him very strong. Kali decides he needs the rest of the serum and plans to find Sumati himself to extract it. Kali believes he will become so powerful that even gods cannot stop him. The movie ends here, and the story will continue in the next part. This was the video on the movie. Let us know how you liked it and share your thoughts in the comments. If you have other recommendations, tell us in the comments. That's all for today's video. We'll see you in another great video. Goodbye for now.
Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.